there are days where you take massive L's, and then there's today, right? This is a day where all of us took L's. Everybody in the FGC, everybody I know has taken an L. Like this is unbelievable, right? Like this is something that I don't know if anybody else is willing to come out and admit this or talk about or what. But anyway, okay, for those of you who don't know, I am one of the best players in the FGC. I specialize in Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8, Guilty Gear Strive. I am big in that scene. Okay, I am big in that world, Top 100 players for most games. Okay, I am pretty solid at everything. Won several big tournaments. I am fairly good at games. Okay. Like I know what I'm doing, and there are plenty of people better than me, right? So we all got together, all of my FGC scene guys, and we're just like, okay, let's go and have a casual tournament in Seattle. We're gonna go to this area, this arcade that I grew up in. Like we're gonna go and we're gonna play Tekken 7, in public on a machine, not through a console or a PC, playing Tekken the way it was meant to be played. Okay. So we all show up. There's about 50 of us, right? All of us are top level Tekken players. We're all just okay, it's time to make the tournament brackets. We'll take turns, blah, blah, blah. It's going to take all day to get through everything, get through everybody. But it's just kind of, it's all just a good fun, right? It's just one of those things. Right? It's just another day in the FGC. So I'm standing there. I'm waiting for my turn, and I go down the list, and I'm just like, look at this. Somebody signed up as Philip Burnell. And we all have, a good laugh about it because, of course, it's, Philip Burnell is DSP. He's, the joke of the FGC. Nobody takes him seriously. He got 4th place in EVO once, and he thinks he's, some legendary guru of fighting games, right? So all of us had a good laugh at that. Ha ha ha. And then we kind of turn around and he's standing there just looking at us. And he's just like, "You think I'm funny, do you?" And we're just like, "Yes. Yes, we do." We've seen those clip compilations of you failing online and you blaming everything on online lag. Well, you're here now, Phil. And we're going to show you, we're going to prove to you in front of everyone that your lack of skill has nothing to do with online play. Okay? And he's just like, "That's why I'm here." So he just kind of waddles into the arcade machine because it's his turn to play, right? And so he starts fighting the best player in the world right now. And it's this intense kind of exchange, right? They fight a little bit before the game starts up, and they start playing, and DSP wins, and he wins easily for the first match, the first round. And then the guy is just the sweat's running down his face, he's exhausted. DSP was able to predict every single one of his moves and to react accordingly. Right. And we're all just kind of standing there just being like, "Oh, yeah, it was just a fluke. It was just whatever." But no, DSP sat there and he beat every single person he played in that tournament. Right. He didn't lose a single round. Right. He was able to predict moves with perfect accuracy. He was able to do pretty good matchups. He was able to take advantage of everything. There were plenty of matches with top 10 players where he didn't take a single hit. Right? It was unbelievable. And he's just he tells us, before he leaves, he takes home his trophy, takes home his wife, and he's just like, "Yeah, you think I struggle. You think it's the online play, don't you?" And I'm just I really thought he was bad at video games. I really genuinely did. But when he's playing offline, he's basically unbeatable. If you get DSP in public, if you get him on an actual arcade machine, the ones he grew up playing, he is one of the all-time GOATs, right? He is one of the best ever. And like it's just so surprising to me, because like everyone kind of everyone always told me he was a joke and that he has no skills. He came before my time. He's like he's an OG player, but like it's weird. Like it's weird looking at it like from this perspective and realizing that like Phil Burnell, like the reason he was so unpopular with the FGC was because he was simply better than them, right? Like he was winning all these tournaments. He was taking home all the bitches. He was winning all this prize money. Like there's a reason he took out that huge loan to attend Evo because he knew he was going to win, right? Like it was, if anything, it was a fluke that he lost. Like it's kind of weird how it turns out that way. But like Phil is a legit good player. I'm very surprised by this. And of course, like I'm coming out and admitting this. I've never been one who will like talk down to people for having actual legit skills. But like the rest of the FGC, they're just kind of like they're legit doing this thing where they're just like this tournament never happened. Like they're destroying the footage they had. Like they're destroying like they're deleting social media posts. Like they're trying to pretend this event never happened. And like I don't know why you should do that because like I don't like the idea of disrespecting DarkSydePhil just because some people in the FGC don't like him. Like that's kind of my feeling on it is that Phil deserves better than this. Like I admit that I laughed at him initially, but after getting my ass raped by him in Tekken 7, I wish he did it with Eliza, but after getting wrecked by Phil in Tekken, I just don't know. Like, why should I disrespect someone for being better than me at a video game? I gave up my college education. I don't have a real career, right? I spent my entire life playing Tekken. Like, I I I don't resent other people for being better than me at my favorite video game, Like, why would I do that? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I appreciate people with genuine talent and skills like DarkSydePhil. But no, like, it seems like everybody else in the FGC is intent on continuing this farce that, like, Phil's bad at games and that he doesn't know what he's doing. It's kind of disgusting, honestly. So, I suppose at this point I am a DarkSydePhil enabler. Like a DarkSydePhil defender, I should say. Enabler is not the word I would use, but yeah, like he is genuinely really very good at video games. Nobody in the FGC can stand up to him.